Why didn't you? I said you're already too late. Why didn't you raise, why didn't you raise your hand before? Fine?
In the beginning, Hazur mentioned that I was here.
Yes, and I still believe you're here.
I just...
But why didn't you express your desire to speak? That is the point.
No, I smiled. Hazur understands that what is...
But when you smile, I understand. But when I tell you not to ask a question, you don't understand.
No, I understand. Now I can put away till tomorrow.
No, if you have a question with the small answer, please go ahead. Otherwise, you won't be able to sleep tonight. Yes.
Hazur can shorten the answer. I had 4 questions today, but I start with first one. Would Hazur kindly explain how and when the movement of banning the Ahmadi Muslims for reciting and displaying his sacred kalima started, and which parts of the Muslim world were affected by this violation of basic human rights and denial of religious freedom?
Only recently, it all started with the mullahs of Pakistan and nowhere else. And not all the mullahs of Pakistan. The Deobandis and the so-called Jamaat Islami people, that's a clique. And the same clique, as I have been explaining and exposing them, the same clique which has always been employed by foreign masters, by imperialist powers, and also by Indians sometimes.
When you refer to the Deobandis, mean also in India Deobandis?
Yes, the same people.
No. All of them are against.
All of them.
Because I must be here, when I traveled, all the Deobandis seem to be condemning what was happening against the Ahmadis.
No, but the fact is that they are not now being employed as Majlis-e-Ihrar. Basically, they have the same views and they are opposed to Ahmadiyyat very strongly on the same lines. But if they are paid for launching a movement, they will do, otherwise not. Why should they? Because Ahmadiyyat is not posing any problem. In fact, it is not posing any problem anywhere. But in India, it's such a small entity that they don't have and need for employing any Maulvis against Ahmadis there in India. In fact, it will only create problems for themselves. So they are not paid. And whenever the Maulvis are not paid, they don't work. Yes. That is the only difference. They don't even go against us to jalsas. I know one case which happened near Rabwa. There was a place where the Ahmadis started preaching and there was a commotion caused by that preaching. And some people went to a mullah who was extremely anti-Ahmadiyya. So they invited him and he said, "How much you are going to pay me?" He said, "Maulvi Sahab, for God's sake, what are you talking? We'll give you more raw and this and that, We'll offer the best food and also go through passage." But he said, no, I must have the hourly payment for 50 rupees I was told. It appears to be quite cheap, but that is the price. And the villager said no. And he said, "All right, I'm not coming." So that is their extent of animosity towards Ahmadiyyat. Even that is pushed through the help of money. They are in the market, anybody can buy them and employ them in any direction. In fact, we have been approached by certain mullahs so many times in Ahmadiyya history by offering their services for the purpose of diverting attention from Ahmadis in the direction of Brahmins or Sunnis or Wahhabis or whatever the denominations they are, or Shiites, if we pay to them. Before coming over to England, I received a message from my cousin. Of course, they sent a message not as seriously, but only as a joke, that this is the real quality and character of the mullahs. I don't name the town, otherwise that person would also be exposed. So he approached my cousin and said that if you pay us some handsome amount, we guarantee anti-Wahhabi rioting in this area. And this is an undertaking. You pay that money to someone, have it deposited with the party whom both parties can trust, and we'll do that. So he said, of course. I told him off, said, shut up and do what you please. But he conveyed the message to me all the same. He said, this is what's happening, this is what they do to us. So if in Pakistan something is happening, it is because they are being paid, not without it.
Is there any difference between Wahhabi of Pakistan and Wahhabi of Saudi Arabia?
Yes, a lot of difference of character. The Arab Maulvi has a much higher character, though he is also very stiff, even more narrow-minded in his approach, but honestly so. He is built like that. He is very harsh and unforgiving, like all Wahhabis are, narrow-minded, of course, but not faithless, not dishonest. They are not in the market. You will never hear of Arab mullahs being in the market. They are true, honest people. Whichever they believe, they follow. And they lead their people to this. Is why they are respected there. But in our society, everybody knows the mullah, what he is worth.
Who should lead the prayer?
Huh?
They call themselves who should lead the prayer, and their followers call them clashes and all this. For petty matters.
Yes. Everything. If the money is involved, not otherwise. Yes, please. All right, that will be the last thing. Come on. Come on and tell us the Latifa, please. So we'll depart on a happy tone, happy note.
There is a Latifa in the time of our beloved Hadhrat Mirza Tahir first, because he was very popular and most of the Maulvis were very, very obedient to him, getting advice from him.
You mean before he became an Ahmadi?
No, when he was an Ahmadi already. He was,
but he was not qualified.
Qadian.
Huh?
He was living at then at Qadian.
But the non-Ahmadi mullahs were obedient to him?
Yeah.
Which mullah?
Just like mullah, just from villages like. And he came to him, you might have remembered when I started it. Yourself, it is in the books.
Yes.
It's not for the only one.
Are you referring to Chediji Dargah?
He just, made a nakah.
That I have already told in one of my khutbahs.
When he said he gave me
Yes.
1 rupee.
We know it, everybody.
That's it?
Assalamu alaikum.
MTA International, reaching the corners of the earth.